How you doing, my friends? Thank you so much for tuning in today. If this is your first time to the channel, I'm the Jovenshire. Here on my channel, we cover all things movies, geekery, video games, all the things you want to talk about and hear about, we discuss here. Now, normally, I love bringing you the news. I love seeing a new headline and talking to you guys about it, or playing a new game and kind of giving you a review, or I just get really excited about like a cool theory or idea. But today I'm not so excited, because today I'm a little sad. We got some bad news, not only for Spider-Man, but Spider-Man fans. If you liked Tom Holland, if you liked Homecoming, I got some bad news for you. Now, this is just an idea of mine. There's not a lot of fact yet behind it, but hey, it's YouTube. There's no facts anywhere. I kind of got hit with this idea while I was driving, and I was like, wait a second, in Avengers, they didn't really talk about this one thing. Oh no, they didn't talk about it. I know what happens. If you haven't seen Avengers Infinity War, I want to say two things to you. One, what are you doing? How have you not seen the movie yet? It's okay. It's okay. Go watch it. And two, if you haven't, hey, there's some spoilers coming up. We're going to be talking about a lot of things. We're going to be talking about a lot of emotions, because we are moving to the next step in dealing with all of the loss that we got from Avengers Infinity War, and it really centered around Spider-Man. So Kevin Feige, I said his name correctly this time. Now he's the guy who's like in charge of all things Marvel MCU and then making sure all the story is good and all 10 years of planning. He's the guy in charge. Now he assured us that all loose ends would be tied up with Avengers, and you know what? There are still some loose ends that haven't been talked about, and one of which is kind of a big one. And it was at the end of Spider-Man Homecoming. It ends with Aunt May finding out that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. And in fact, it ends with a wonderful, what the fuck? And then just stops. And it's a great use of not using the F word in a PG-13 movie. It just, that moment was so well done. And it left everyone going like, oh no, Aunt May knows. But now it's leaving us with a whole new set of questions. Like, why was this not only wasn't addressed in Avengers Infinity War, but Aunt May wasn't even in the movie. Why would they leave that giant plot hole? With the end of Avengers Infinity War, I talked about in my last video about how they shouldn't have killed off Black Panther and they shouldn't have killed off Spider-Man, because we knew that they were getting sequels. We knew we were getting another Spider-Man movie, so obviously his death couldn't be final because it didn't make any sense, because he's got another movie. Well, guess what? That movie doesn't take place after Avengers Infinity War. That movie probably, and I put my money on it, probably takes place immediately after Homecoming. Literally, the movie probably starts with Aunt May going, "Ugh!" Because you can't have that giant plot hole and not address it. So what this means and what this is telling us, and all the bad news in the world, comes down to this. If the second Homecoming movie takes place immediately after Homecoming and much before Avengers Infinity War, that means his death is probably permanent. And I don't like to believe writers or directors or producers when they're like, oh, well, this is a thing about the next movie, because they're always lying. It's like, oh no, this person definitely won't die. They're lying. Oh, this definitely won't happen. Oh, they're lying. They're always lying. But when they say that all the deaths are permanent, they might not be lying. I don't know what that means for Black Panther, and I really don't know what that means for Guardians. Even though in the third Guardians movie, that could just be a bunch of different Guardians, because like the Avengers that had different people rotating in and out, that's another video for another time. We only were going to get 2 solo Spider-Man movies for Marvel. That we were only getting the 2. He was going to appear in other movies, but he had those 2. So I think, to me, it makes a lot of sense that the second Homecoming movie will take place before Avengers Infinity War, which they do. They mess with the timeline. So Spider-Man 2 could take place before Avengers. So at the end of Avengers, when Peter Parker is talking to Iron Man and he's hugging him, and it's that big heartfelt moment, he's saying he doesn't want to go. Well, he's not talking about him not wanting to die. He's talking about not wanting to have his rights reverted back to Sony. Ha ha! I thought that was funny. But no, man, he's dead. He's probably actually dead. Everyone's probably dead. This is me accepting that everyone is dead in Avengers. That is where my mindset is. I'm moving forward. I have no clue what they're gonna do with the rest of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I know that we'll see Tom Holland at least one more time. I don't know what they're gonna do with Black Panther. I actually don't know a lot about that character. I was really hoping to see Black Panther show up with Storm, or wait a second, now that they have Fantastic Four and X-Men, what if they do? What if they just go and reboot absolutely everything? And then we can have new Avengers and we can have X-Men all coming together. Maybe that's the plan. Maybe they're already starting on, the next 10 years. But I think we're done with Peter Parker. So Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Wait a second! Why isn't there rumor about him popping up in the Venom movie? Because if he pops up in the Venom movie, then that means Venom is in the same universe as the Avengers movie. Well, now none of this makes sense, and my head hurts even more now, but let's talk about it in the comments below, guys. What do you think is gonna happen next? I love you guys for watching this, and I love talking to you, so let's keep doing it down below. Thank you for watching, and again, like I said, if you're new, I'm the Jovenshire. Please hit that subscribe button, and if you aren't new and you've been here for a while, sign up for the notifications, because I'm making these videos and I want you to see them too. So, till the next time, guys, I'll see you later.